Horror. Sometimes Aunt Martha does dreadful things. Proteus, Spookies, Bloodhook, Nightmare and Wax, The Boogeyman, Garden of the Dead, Atomic Dog, Voodoo Dawn, Ice Crawlers, Blood Salvage, The Caller, Playroom, Gourmet Zombie.
Is this literally
Chef
just fucking Mr. Plinkett
Gourmet
reading off their
Zombie.
VHS?
Anuki Squeak, The Annihilators, Dangerous Orphans.
Fucking ridiculous. Stupid.
Look at these incredible animals, Mia.
Mr. Plinkett for 30 minutes listing off
The one's
fucking
filled with Catholic priests. Just wait.
My team and I
listing
always
off their
had trouble managing
VHS
our tasks
collection.
until one of my
Stupid as
colleagues
fuck.
found Monday.com. You can
It has tortured us for years, randomly selecting terrible videos that are painful to watch, leaving only the most disturbing nightmares and scarring the mind.
Yeah, that's right. I tweeted that shit.
But evil never dies. It is only It's now time
Testing.
to spin the wheel of reverse. I mean, misfortune.
Hey, Josh. What are you looking at?
Nothing. So we're gonna do another wheel episode?
Yeah, we're here. We got 12 videos on the wheel.
We're here.
It's going to be an exciting day, a memorable day. What were you looking at before? Let's talk about what's on the wheel today. First up, Rent a Friend. I think we've had this on the wheel before.
Hey,
Remember the
jackasses,
quote,
look
Oprah
out.
Winfrey.
You got a fucking worm.
Unbelievable. Like, the context isn't there? It's
not believable.
It sounds angry.
Yeah,
Like she's mad
are they doing,
that someone
healing?
made this.
like a prank has been pulled on
Pussy
her.
ass back at it.
Yeah. But available for the first time since 1987. This is reminiscent of the instant adoring boyfriend video. Something really pathetic.
The fuck?
What's next, Josh?
Oh, next up is Run Through the Warehouse by Meisel and Cisco. We might know Cisco is a provider of terrible foods, terrible generic foods.
I thought he was a rapper.
That's true.
Maybe he's a
Siskiyou.
rapper who provides terrible, low quality
Ooh.
Siskiyou.
and music.
Well, this is entitled "Run Through the Warehouse," which
Siskiyou.
for me just has "Run Through the Jungle" by Creedence Clearwater Revival going through my head.
Oh, okay.
Are they related? We'll never know.
So this is
Down
now
on the
available
corner.
for the first time since 1986. Very similar
true.
to Rent a Friend.
Oh
Wow, I
my
wonder
god.
if the next video is going to be available for the first time since 1985.
We'll see.
What is it?
Experience the freedom of the naturist lifestyle.
Oh no.
Do we have to?
Is that a question or a demand?
It seems like a statement.
A naturist lifestyle certainly sounds like a nudist colony to me.
It certainly does.
Yeah,
I'm disturbed to note that it's out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Oh, God.
I don't recall any nudists around Oshkosh in my time there, but
Certainly not during the
Oh
polar
my
vortex.
god. Did I fuck that up somehow? I went home
What's
early, didn't
next,
I?
Josh?
oh, next up
Idiot.
is Law Enforcement Guide to Satanic Cults. Officer
that's a
training
good one.
purposes only. We know how well that goes. Unauthorized viewers may be
Oh,
subject to prosecution
God.
under penalty of law. So once again, we will not be allowed to watch this video. It's really too bad.
Well, we probably shouldn't put it in our internet video that will be seen by hundreds of thousands of people.
Nah, I guess we're going to do it anyway. We tried before, and we're still here.
It's one of the benefits of being in a satanic cult.
Oh.
Preventing disaster at the crossing.
We'll see you at the crossroads.
And there's a faint school bus in the background, so I assume they mean a train crossing.
Maybe, or like you're in a car with tinted windows.
The school bus is coming at you.
Yeah.
And next up we have
Chickens Gone Wild. Chickens Gone Wild. As featured on Animal Planet and Ripley's Believe It or Not.
nah, not.
I don't.
Alien
It looks like
ability.
he hired
What?
a professional photographer though for his cover.
Well, he's got the backdrop happening here. And
I used an alien
Yeah.
ability.
Oh God! What happened?
I thought those abilities were for my
Jesus.
dudes.
Well, this looks like the sticker.
Yeah. Oh,
What? How did
no.
I just do that?
Maybe he lives in like Phoenix or Las Vegas or something. He left it out in his car.
Maybe.
Or a chicken's got at it.
Orgasmic birth.
Orgasmic birth. The best kept secret.
Oh my God! Look at all the awards.
Award winner.
Yeah.
Winner of the 2008 Mother Baby International Film Festival. It was the only entrant.
Yeah, Mother Baby
the Utsi
Film Festival.
in the
That's
Czech
crazy
Republic.
specific.
I think they took it a different way.
Very hard festival to get into.
Oh yeah.
Portugal.
This is some serious business.
A documentary that examines the intimate nature of birth and the powerful role it plays in women's lives when they are permitted to experience it fully. Is this having an orgasm while you give birth? Is that
I believe so.
okay? It's pretty clear, but I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
God
and maybe
damn.
how to.
What?
I
An
don't.
orgasm?
I don't.
What?
Next up is creating Remlazar. Every child has a Remlazar.
Remlazar just sounds like an anagram. I'm just saying.
It does.
It means something sickening.
It's like a George Lucas name. Just he took a normal word and just tried to change it a little bit.
This we have a lot to say about the front cover.
Oh yeah.
How to sell thousands of dollars worth of plants from your home,
What?
even if your house is surrounded by huge discount stores and home improvement stores. No period, but a comma.
That's the fucking
Yes,
title.
but the sentence continues to this gentleman with lots of dollar bills on top of his couch.
Now, I have a question for you. Someone has written in crayon 37. So is that a late alteration? How to sell 37,000s of dollars worth? I gotta make a change.
I wouldn't have even thought of it that way. Just
Crazy! I gotta make a change.
exactly 37,000s. No more, no less.
I've run out of
30
times for the Xerox machine. This looks like Crazy Man made it. It looks wonderful.
See, now there's on the spine. There's a cut down. How to sell thousands of dollars worth of plants from home.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Alternate title.
Yeah, but he really wanted to get everything he needed to say on the front cover. I respect that.
Yeah.
Oh, our next video is To Have and To Hold. Humorous glimpses at the ties that bind, and sometimes not. Not. Paul and Nicole Johnson bring home the truth about relationships in a way that is gripping, humorous, and insightful, says Gary Smalley, best-selling author and speaker.
Yeah, how did I do that? Crew commands.
How to have fun with Billy Bob teeth.
I saw it on TV.
Best-selling tape. Oh, I was gonna say best-selling tape in West Virginia.
Oh, they don't have VCRs there.
And they already know how to have fun with Billy Bob teeth.
It's just daily life.
I don't need to watch no video about that.
I feel like if we watch this video, we're gonna all be looking like this lady on the front cover.
Yeah.
With the
What?
caption that says question marks. Next question marks?
Oh.
Next?
Plus Billy Bob Boogie music video.
That would be funny.
Oh,
Somebody
that's
with
not gonna
fucked
go
up
well.
teeth.
AKA time filler.
You're like, what?
3 thumbs up.
What do you mean? How to look all fucked up with fucked up teeth. That's how I look.
They're very inbred in West Virginia.
Wow. Okay, all right. I see where we're going.
And it has a 5-star rating.
From someone. How to play to win blackjack. Learn smart money management. Learn when to hit, stand, split, double down, use insurance, learn the terms. Break, bust, push, shoe, burn, card, hard hands, soft hands. Layout design, a burden. I'm not joking. Sierra design.
A burden.
A burden. That's what it actually says. I can tell it was a burden.
But I mean, they could have had him do it because at least this is like black text on a white background. You can clearly read it.
Yeah, this is
a burden.
It's a burden
to read. Yeah,
it was a burden to make and a burden to read. Thanks a lot.
Burden.
You spinning or am I?
I don't know. Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Should we do best out of 3 or just one time?
If we hit it first time, we hit it first time. Otherwise, we do best out of 3.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shh, you got it. I was gonna say shit because I did or did not want to spin it. I don't know.
It's hard to tell. I don't know.
You got it.
Here I go.
You won. I guess you spin, or is the winner not get to spin?
Clarify. That's a fair point. We made a decision that I'm spinning the wheel.
Okay.
And that's the end of that.
You won. You get to choose.
I don't say win. I didn't win.
Punishment is you get all the blame when you land on the nudist counter.
Gotta get more robots.
To, like kind of block.
It's so
out
inefficient how
Rich's
they
erection.
work.
Oh god.
They go all the way back,
I'm just gonna
and then get their
go drink for 12
command, and
minutes. We'll
then
be
come
fine.
all the way back over and pick it up.
During that, it's gonna be even weirder.
They don't just turn around. Like he should turn around right
Take
now.
the blame.
Oh, here I go.
Scissors. We're gonna call
The
you
guy
Mr.
that took
Scissors
off,
from
where'd he
now
go?
on. Okay, spin that wheel.
He should
Josh.
fucking turn his
Alright, here
bitch
we
ass
go.
around. But no, they send a fresh one.
Hey.
Oh, we're gonna learn about some satanic cults today.
Well, it's a good thing we're all officers in training.
Fucking idiots coming back. What the fuck's taking you so long? It's 1 uranium.
It leads us to believe that some sort of rituals are taking place.
It's fucking for
However,
you.
unless
There
we
you go.
catch them actually breaking the law, or find evidence that leads directly to participants in some illegal activity,
Landing sequence
we
initiated.
have no case.
So we have no case against people breaking the law if they don't break the law. It's very insightful.
And it's phrased in a way that's a shame.
Yes, yes.
Doggone it.
One is the pagan or occultic community, and the other community is, of course, the homosexual community. Interestingly enough, they go hand in hand.
But here's the thing, no.
He just likens Satan worshippers to gay guys.
Yeah. It's not even wrong. It's the wrong way up.
It's supposed to be upside down.
His horns up.
Okay, so I had to come out and stand here so you can spin the wheel?
I want to see the look on your face when we land on the orgasmic birth video. And we're going to have a facial expression expert from the FBI determine whether or not it's pleasure. Here we go.
Ooh, look at that spin, everybody!
Oh dear God. It's
School bus accidents.
Oh God, this is not what I was hoping for.
Oh.
Ooh, in the bus cam.
Housing in the rear of the bus, but upon impact, the lateral forces were so great that the destroyed.
That's it.
This was the camera's last shot, showing seats being hurled about.
Damn.
As you look at this, think about what would have happened had there been children in these seats.
Or I could not.
New materials have been refined.
Damn.
If I'm a kid, I'm jumping out the back of that bus.
They're not moving.
Oh God. Okay, Jay. Put us out of our misery.
God damn it.
Yay! Let's find out about our Remlazars.
Who the hell is Rem Lazar?
New materials have been refined.
Alright, we Audi 5000. I'm done with this shit.
Oh, it's a. Oh.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Look at Mike's face.
You ever see Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared?
Uh-huh.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
This is totally Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Oh my god. Alright.
I'm just a poor man. Remlazar loves me.
Oh no, I fell into the river. I was a believer, else I will drown.
Mamma mia's Remlazar. Beelzebub. That's it.
Side for me.
For me.
Remlazar. Police.
Check for symbols in the forest preserve.
Unknown solar system. Yeah, so there's some shit up here. Can I
I
not
just
get there? Is that
worship
like 2 minutes of
Remlazar.
space? Let's do it.
Oh, there it is.
Well, the first tape that we're going to rush through to get the Remlazar is Satanic Cult Training video. Josh, what's Satanic Cult Training video?
It's 73 minutes of bullshit that they made up about Satanism because they took a look at the front of the Satanic Bible by Anton LaVey. It's like, this guy wrote a book. And then they put some upside down crosses on trees.
Okay, looks like
The
we're good.
Satanists did that.
No,
The people
no.
that made the video
Whoa,
clearly
whoa,
did
hold
not
up.
do that.
The reason why this pentacle would not be considered satanic is because it has 1 point up. Now, Satanists would reverse.
No, it is definitely not happenstance that the second this man wanders into this park, there's a pentagram on a tree. And it's not even the right way up for Satanists.
Yeah.
It's upside down.
Well, he points that out, and we were like, "Oh, when they went to film this, they drew that on the tree, and they fucked up. Someone got fired over that blunder."
Oh, yeah.
There's a inverted cross. Now, this is satanic.
Oh, come on.
No, it's clearly made with the same spray paint can. But I'm going to pretend that one wasn't made by a Satanist, but this one is.
Well, it's actually fairly fresh, too.
And the main thing is that first off, we start off with the cop/pastor who's wearing a sweater and one of a series of Cosby sweaters. And then we cut to a gentleman with a blonde mullet.
Eric Pryor is a former satanic high priest turned Christian who now spends his time educating people about the dark side of
Quite a change in careers.
I don't want a blonde mullet anymore. I want a brown mullet.
He went from a satanic high priest to a Catholic priest.
Apparently.
It's all
Tractor beam.
totally legitimate. Absolutely. There is nothing fraudulent in this video.
There's 2 different communities that use this park.
Yeah, this guy was trying to make some money.
One is the pagan or occultic community, and the other community is, of course, the homosexual community. Interestingly
Man, what's
enough,
this guy have out against
they go hand in hand.
homosexuals? Jesus
So they have
Christ,
to go
leave
outside
gay people
to
alone.
do their rituals, and also the homosexuals. What? What? Oh, what?
Just that minor little mention
Just little?
to connect Satanists and homosexuals in your brain.
Yes.
Can you say agenda?
Well, the precursor to that is the host of the video, the Wilford Brimley looking guy,
Yeah.
is a pastor/police officer.
Yes.
So once you see pastor, and then he comes in and the other guy goes, I'm a former Satan worshiper who's now a Catholic priest. When deviants like Satan worshippers come into the woods, also homosexuals come into the woods and do that, and you're like, whoa, you know,
Like,
religious angle, and
Isn't
then
that a strange crossover? And then they just move on.
Now, what's interesting here is the number 9. 9 represents the 9 satanic statements. This is the way occultists tell each other, hey, we're Satanists and we're partying.
They actually go through the 9 satanic points, and they're all completely sane and reasonable.
We found ourselves agreeing with those points.
Number 4. Satan represents kindness to those who deserve it instead of love wasted on ingrates.
definitely agree with that.
What is the problem?
Satan represents vengeance instead of
Absolutely.
All good.
You know, I'm on the fence about whether or not this is for legitimate informational purpose, because it it gets very, very detailed, and it doesn't have a religious agenda, which it seems like it would in the first 5 minutes.
Right.
And it wasn't like, okay, yeah, turn to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
It was like, watch for these weird things, because they could be connected to actual satanic worship. And
But the main message there
seemed
is
very informational.
But that's where my biggest problem comes in. Is like we're initially put into this park with this guy, and everything's obviously mocked up. Like, and there's no cop that's gonna walk into a park and see boom, 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 boom. And so that's where I start. Like, that seems like
I agree.
That's a fluff thing.
They should have had full disclosure that their Satan worshipping high priestess turned Catholic priest was fake.
And was just setting up examples.
Yes. Big dent in the credibility of the video.
Exactly.
Okay, we have a rope here. This is a noose.
Oh, come
And actually,
on,
if you look at
dude.
it closely, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but there's blood.
So you're touching stuff from an active crime scene, or?
What we have
What
here
the hell?
is a medicine bottle.
What cop would
2%
take this
xylocaine.
garbage seriously?
It's used to numb people, and for that matter,
I
animals.
sure hope there's
He
not
happened to
some
find the
police
little
officer
vial of
that took this
lidocaine,
fucking shit seriously.
which
Yeah, that's-
you inject into your cat or your lady, who's going to scream when you torture her to death.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, a little vial of lidocaine isn't going to numb a full-grown person.
Yeah.
I believed Rem Lazar was more real than the priest.
What is this more real?
Rem Lazar was more real.
Rem Lazar is real.
Oh,
Let's just don't.
does he come on you in your dreams? I mean, come to you in your dreams too?
Mike, we're getting there.
I'm on
We're
free
getting there.
space.
Don't worry about it. Rem Lazar is coming.
I just want to point out
Rem
that
Lazar is coming, Mike.
Rem Lazar is coming.
Prepare yourself.
When I was 7, Rem Lazar came on me. I mean, came to me in my dreams as well. And he said the same thing. Rem's coming!
What the hell? Bro, what the hell?
Oh, hi.
What are we doing?
That there's,
We did drug her, but it's for educational purposes.
and so those would be some of the head markings that would indicate.
Grandpa?
You have to wear a weird bikini?
Watch those fingers, Grandpa.
Look, the Satanist video wasn't completely worthless. I did learn that Satanists love anal.
And they have a specific
got a
calendar for
They have a
anal.
calendar for when anal is and isn't acceptable.
There's a very specific layout.
Spoilers, most of the time it's acceptable.
Satanists celebrate a host of rituals and ceremonies during the course of each year. A sexual type of ritual, anal, a celebration of orgies, including anal, entails anal.
They should mark on the calendar when anal isn't accepted. It would be shorter.
It would save you time.
Pick December 1st through the 3rd. Pick your gender.
Anal,
shit. I want a
oral,
bunch of these.
and vaginal orgies that also include bestiality with any age for sex devotees.
Pick your
age.
hole, your age, your hole.
Pick your hole.
December 4th through the 13th.
Just fuck
Anal's
whatever.
acceptable, gender's acceptable, and we move on to the next.
And that's to be fair. Like, even though there were these delineations between the holidays, they all kind of had the same
They
thing.
were
We're just
all
like,
anal holidays.
yeah.
They're like anal holidays.
Anal.
What happens if you do anal at a time that is not delineated? Do you
Satan
get
gets
kicked
real
out?
pissed.
Okay.
He doesn't kick
He
you.
sends you to heaven.
He doesn't kick you out of anything. He's just like you.
Anal.
They would dismember bodies.
Is that like a witch? Like a Halloween witch?
Yeah, that's probably a drawing she made as a kid.
Anal,
No,
anal,
this is
anal.
bullshit. The reason she's blacked out isn't to hide her identity. It's because it's an actress.
Oh, she met Satan.
Here's all the magic that's in this video, Jay. Number 1, that someone got $12 for it. Number 2, this perfect coffee stain
That's a beautiful work of art.
inside a clamshell.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Let's open it up.
Okay.
Let's Let's explore here.
Okay.
Well, first of all, look at this amazing label.
That's
okay. Yeah. That's the clue.
Confidential. Naked Ghost Video.
Naked Ghost Video. We also have a DVD release of this, and it's by a different production company.
It's not Naked Ghost Video. It's Gun something video.
Yeah, Gun Media.
It was probably a real police training video that was not copywritten or.
There is no way this is a real police training video.
I think there is, though. I think it is.
Jay.
Yes.
While you have that out, check it.
Ooh.
Processing.
I'm gonna say it's printed. Because look at this. Look at those. They fucked up with the printing. This is bullshit.
Oh, it is.
Yep. That's a fuck up. Yeah, look at this. Look at this right here. Look. You can see.
Maybe that's part of the Naked Ghost Video logo. Is a giant coffee stain.
It's a giant coffee stain?
See, I had a theory that these were handmade.
Well, the DVD release has a UPC on it.
It does.
It has a barcode. So what if this is like something that somebody made? This is like a bootleg of the DVD.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
But that happens. People like make bootleg cassettes and put them on Discogs.
Sure.
This is totally fair.
Yeah, my first thought was, okay, this is like a 8.5 by 11 sheet of white paper.
Yeah.
And someone was like doing 10 of them and then
put their coffee down.
It's like but you can see
that there's parts where
that is a printed coffee stain.
Inkjet lines.
Yeah. Well, you can tell. You can see the pixels.
Yeah.
Even
when you
throughout.
look at it up close, it is not a real coffee stain.
Yeah.
So
this is. Let's move on to our next.
We're
video.
on to your Naked Ghost Video now.
Another thing that is oftentimes done in ritualistic homicides is a penis is placed inside the mouth of the deceased person.
It can't be real.
Well, we rushed through our first VHS.
Yay! Fuck that.
Now we're going to rush through our second video of the night, Preventing Disaster at the Crossing. Mike, explain Preventing Crossing at the Disaster.
Oh, shit.
Preventing crossing at the disaster.
Get through it.
Well, this is a video. It's one of the most competent videos of the night. The most effective.
Yeah.
It's about if you're a school bus driver, the do's and don'ts of when you're at a railroad crossing, to have your bus filled with children, other people's children, not get fucking hit by a train. Because in Greeley, Colorado, the famous band Greeley Estates named their band after. Greeley, Colorado in 1961, a bus got hit by a train, sadly, and 20 children died.
Oh, that's terrible.
And really, they were like, shit, we got to tell bus drivers to watch out for trains.
Yeah. Apparently, that was not common sense at the time.
No, and then the video goes through. They do a little recreation,
which is very exciting.
That was cool.
They had an empty school bus kind of on the tracks, and they hit it with a train.
Damn. Whoa.
See, this is what I was looking for.
They really did it.
That's so terrible. A whole bus full of kids got hit by a train.
In this video.
Man.
And they're like, everybody, a train weighs 6 million tons. It's this giant hunk of steel that cannot be stopped.
Especially by a bus.
Watch out!
Who would have thought?
Get the fuck out of the bus.
This thing weighs 50,000 tons. If it hits your car, it's going to obliterate it. It's a train! Look out!
But it's very important information for a very specific group of people.
This is a very targeted DVD.
We are not the target audience for this movie.
No, the average person is not the target audience.
No.
Unless you drive a school bus. And get your kids out of the bus. Go that way?
Not the other way.
To the safe area, because when that train hits the bus, it could fling the bus and hit all the kids.
Yeah, so if the train's coming this way, go this way, over there.
Depending on the right angle.
Well,
the bus driver has to sit there and do mathematical calculations, like when it hits the bus, it's gonna go this way.
I think what they should really do is just run the fuck and never stop.
That's fair. Just run. Just run.
Fuck the safe zone.
Yeah.
Just keep running.
Don't get to the point and be like, okay, we're safe right now.
No, just run.
Just keep running. Well, then you keep running. Then you got a bunch of kids who like run into the woods and nobody can find any of the kids. That's when they team up with Rem Lazar.
They made Rem Lazar. in the woods.
Thinking Ramlazar gets them back home safe.
No, there's just satanic cults.
No, there's no satanic cults out there.
They're waiting in the woods with like burlap sacks.
No.
By train tracks for little kids.
They're just out there painting fucking upside down pentagrams on trees.
Well, no, the
waiting
irony
for
is that there's not Satanists out there. There's people making a police training video out there doing graffiti on the to look like Satanist symbols.
Yeah.
And then they gotta silence the kids so
Yes.
nobody can find out they're making fake satanic symbols.
So the children are saved from the police by Ramlazar.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
It all goes back to Ramlazar.
You know, it always does.
He saves kids in the woods. He definitely doesn't molest them.
Or are the woods filled with Catholic priests just waiting for kids to run?
Run out of the bus.
Jesus.
Come into the arms of the Lord.
The Catholic priest, they actually put like a spike strip in front of the railroad tracks.
Give me some useful
A lot
upgrade.
happens in the
What
woods
the
on
fuck
Best of
is
the Word.
It's
this?
true.
A lot happens.
There could be Bigfoot that are aliens.
It's almost like it's a place you don't need a permit to shoot at.
Oh, right. I want to talk about the staging because they stage a train school bus accident.
They have the train kind of lodged on the tracks.
Clearly an empty school bus.
Yes.
And the train hits it, and they have a camera inside, a VHS camera, inside some kind of steel rig.
That immediately fails.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, okay, isn't that cool? And then they have...
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
Ironically, there was a local news crew.
Yeah.
This was one of the other...
Oh, that was the other one. Yeah.
Sometimes, be it because of lack of good training, simple forgetfulness, or who knows what reasons, scenes like this one.
Look out! Hey! Oh! Whoa!
This wasn't staged. An Oklahoma City television crew producing a series on highway rail crossing safety witnessed this driver go right through a highway rail crossing.
Dang!
Like the first video, not to go back to it, but the first video had a very dark chapter about abuse of children.
Yeah.
And then they had a segment in this where they talked about a real life incident in Colorado.
They interviewed the mother of one of the victims, they interviewed one of the survivors.
So it was a double downer. The real life tragedy that could happen when a school bus filled with children gets hit by a train.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to Ramlazar.
Okay.
Just skip these and go right to Ramlazar, where it's only implied that he's molesting the children.
God damn it.
The power of Ramlazar is such that we can watch a video about real children getting hit with a train, and like 15 minutes later, we can be feeling wonderful joy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our first one we found right on the railroad track, and that's the one that was already gone. And then we found Bruce, and it had thrown him from the track clear over to the road.
My team and I always had trouble managing our tasks until one of my colleagues found Monday.com. You can see the task owner.
Till one of my colleagues found Monday.com.
Inside each task.
Ramlazar saved the night, and Rich, you need to explain to us what creating Ramlazar is.
I'm still not sure what creating Ramlazar is.
The entire thing.
Oh my god. Ramlazar is a fascinating musical.
Harvester destination set. New materials
This little boy and this little girl go to the school, and they have the same imaginary friend.
Zach,
Ramlazar.
I will hear no more stories about your imaginary worlds. When you're in my classroom, this is the only world there is.
Listen to Dana Barrett.
It's a weird school where there's nothing on the walls, and the boy gets sent to the principal's office, and it's just
for having imagination.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Does he go to school in a hospital?
I didn't think this was going to be possible. But here it is.
he makes his way to the principal's office singing while a shadowy figure hides in the fog behind him.
It looks like it follows.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy.
The way the kid's walking too. I mean, he's got this dead look in his eyes. It looks like he's walking like his neck is broken.
Oh, it's singing.
And none of the adults like imagination in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's a very anti-snuffleupagus kind of world we're living in here.
The boy's teacher hates imagination. The principal hates imagination.
I don't think the question
Yeah,
is
I
what we're
already got
going
it.
to have to do with me.
we
But
good.
what we're going to have to do with you. All of you.
Do
it. I don't care. Nobody wants to listen. Not my parents, not my teachers, nobody.
Fuck you.
The boy comes into Principal Zod's office and is like, do you have any children?
Do you have any kids?
I like to think that all the students in this school are my children.
And he's clearly got a picture of his kids on his desk. And he doesn't want to talk about them. What is that? What is that?
Josh, they were killed in a bus accident. How is your fucking family? It's too raw. It's too goddamn raw.
I was just about to make that joke.
He was in such pain he had to join a satanic cult.
So back in '61 in Greeley, Colorado, my children lost all their imagination. Train carrying corn syrup. So my children.
Little Timmy would be 42 years old today. My nickname for him was Rem Lazar. The children say they can sometimes still see him in the hallways.
He had blue hair due to a weird genetic anomaly.
No, the train that hit them was carrying blue dye.
See, this all makes sense because then the little girl sees Rem Lazar too, and there's that scene with the two kids in the classroom where they're like, we're seeing this, we are the same person in our dreams.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's right out of Nightmare on Elm Street.
When did you first meet Rem Lazar? I don't remember exactly. He was just always there whenever I needed him. Yeah, me too.
Nancy, you dreamed about the same creep I did.
You're having dreams about the same person. It's the child of the principal. That kid died in a bus accident.
Yeah, and all the fucking missing persons are turning their heads.
It's all connected. And the principal picks up his coffee cup.
That is a creepy premise.
Oh, yeah.
Good night, sweetheart. I don't enjoy having to punish you. I do it because I love you.
He's punishing her for having an imaginary friend.
I like that it doesn't quite line up.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Don't go in there.
Don't. No, not down there.
No.
Oh, God.
No. Okay. Hands are okay. Whoa. All right.
Oh, no, psych. Yeah, so far all he's done is stalk someone in a hallway and watch a little girl sleep.
No big.
Being a cynic, Jay, this is magical. It's about children discovering their imagination.
What the fuck?
This is hurting my brain. Like trying to figure out what it is.
Can we just talk about the fact that they go to a deserted barn and they suddenly have a mannequin with them? Where did this
What
thing
the
come
hell?
from?
They have to recreate their imaginary friend. It's the most logical thing to do once you learn you share an imaginary friend.
You have to go to an abandoned barn.
In an abandoned barn in the woods.
We need to build
It
him.
wasn't creepy at all.
What the fuck?
Hi guys.
No, be careful.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, dude.
what? There's a problem. He comes to life. Magically, he comes to life. But he doesn't have his magic medallion that will bring him to life. In order to, I guess, make him come more to magically alive?
Come on! What do they have to do in order to make him come more rich?
In order to make him come
The
more
little girl
to
took
life.
care of that.
Whoa.
They need to find the chaotic medallion.
Quixotic.
They need to find the quixotic medallion.
That's the quest.
Unfortunately,
Wait, that makes him come more?
Thank you.
that makes him come more to life. Yes. Because he's already come to life. If they don't find that medallion before sunset, Rem Lazar will never come again.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Okay, so they need to find the medallion, which has been stolen by that thing from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, and Anton LaVey Octopus?
And it's somewhere up high.
It's up high.
Yes, yeah.
It is hidden at the highest point that the mind can go. A place so high, most people are not able to find it in the course of their entire lifetime.
And then he asks the little kids, he's like, what's the highest point you can imagine? And the little girl's like, oh, a mountain. And the kid's like, the moon.
The highest place you can imagine is the top of the World Trade Center. Quixotic Medallion will be there on September 1st of 2001.
September 10th. The morning of September 11th.
You have to be there to get the medallion.
That's not it. That's the Empire State Building. It's really tall.
Certainly is.
But the building my dad showed me is much taller. And there are two of them.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God!
Holy shit!
How the fuck did you call that? That was so random. Rich, did you write this?
No, I did not.
Fuck.
Well, what do you think?
It's high.
They're rich.
I know.
I'm just saying Rem Lazar is behind 9/11.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Rem Lazar melts steel beams?
With the power of imagination.
The power of imagination brought down the time. I mean, I guess that's kind of true.
What do you think the chaotic medallion's for?
9/11 was a Rem Lazar job?
It was. We didn't know.
Creating Rem Lazar. Destroying the World Trade Center.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, street gangs? Doo-woppers?
New York's toughest.
What the fuck? You know how it is. Doo-wop gangs always at the front. So what happens after they walk up to the World Trade Center? And they walk away?
They find people singing doo-wop in the park.
Yeah, we've kind of skimmed over the songs. Yeah. They're all terrible, and the singing is awful.
But we shouldn't skim over them because they happen so often.
Yeah.
Every couple minutes, there's another new song.
Good God. Let this kid sing. Bro.
The musical journey through Central Park goes from doo-wop to rap. Hip-hop, rap.
No.
To, and I was thinking in my brain as we were watching it, they're going to do classical next. Oh wait, that's too obvious.
We're going to run into some other genre? Yeah, we are.
I was gonna say, doo-wop meets hip-hop meets classical, because that's the next progression of like extreme genres. Yeah. All on the way to 9/11. This is amazing.
Oh, hey, look at this.
Little girl can play violin.
She can play a tiny violin. How did she get there?
It's going a lot faster with these extra robots.
Maybe he was Satan, and you come by and you challenge him to like a fiddle duel.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in Central Park, Rich.
He can also, the devil can also challenge people in Central Park if he wants.
It happened in Georgia.
We know from that video that Satan has loved the park.
No, the devil went down to Georgia.
Yes, it's literally, it's in the lyrics.
And that is a historical document, that song.
It is.
Hate is contagious, and you're catching it.
What?
Please help us find the Quixotic medallion. We don't want to be afraid of you.
Quixotic
We don't want to
medallion?
hate you.
This is like some Neil Breen shit.
Rich, I didn't know you were in this video.
I totally wrote this.
No one has ever liked me before.
All you have to do to make somebody that you think is your enemy your friend is to say, "You are my friend."
My friends, I'm sorry for the problems I have caused. I only wish I could reverse them.
I tried that once to a bully in elementary school, and he beat the shit out of me.
So we're talking about
Let's
we're
put
talking about
Rumlazar back where it belongs.
Yeah.
In the dumpster?
Mike, that's a really nice shirt.
Thank you, Josh.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like a sweater. Like, is it
It's nice. It's
warm?
snazzy. It looks good on you.
But so they learned a lesson where they learned to make friends with their enemy,
But it didn't help them
But
at
it
all.
didn't do anything. Yeah.
so then they just moved on.
They still had to find the highest place they could imagine,
asteroids.
which it turns out is just love.
It's just love.
They're ready to drink that Kool-Aid.
And it was the whole thing was a dream sequence, and the two of them were in that weird abandoned barn with a mannequin.
Yeah, and that's when the cop came in.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Rem Lazar, what the fuck you doing with a mannequin?
I think you better leave the doll here, son.
Yeah, I was just like, why do I keep finding little children in this barn with mannequins?
We really have to stop that satanic cult.
Sorry. He said specifically, you should go home. Don't bring the doll.
Leave that weird mannequin.
I'll take care of it. The cop wanted to fuck that mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you find it?
Someplace very high.
Did you find it in a tree?
Even higher than that.
Yeah, dog.
I don't know anything higher than the trees.
World Trade Center.
Well, that's not very high anymore.
That's a good transition.
Yes.
Because we've dissected what happens in Rumlazar. But
What?
let's look further. Why was Rumlazar made? We're speculating that it's a failed pilot.
Yeah. Because it's like 45 minutes, which with commercials it would be
8 minutes, which is like 2 half-hour episodes once you factor in commercial breaks.
Good God.
It has all the hallmarks of like a kid's show.
It also has this undercurrent where it's like, is this some sort of like subtle cult introduction?
Yeah, we've through the whole thing, we're waiting for it to take that turn, and it never does. And then we're watching through the credits, and it's got like a couple therapists in there, so it's like, oh no, it's really all surface.
If you change like the highest thing you can imagine, if that's God, and the whole thing is like belief because faith, then this video makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but
it
that was
doesn't
never.
have
It was the highest thing was never God. The highest thing was imagination.
No love.
But it's just the most generic things you can imagine, which
Yeah.
makes me think they didn't give a shit about the message.
Well, I think they were just trying to come up with a generic message that would appeal to kids and appeal to PBS or some network.
We're looking at generic positive. Like, do you feel better than you did when you started watching Creating Rem Lazar?
I mean, we did.
I did.
We watched 2 fucking miserable nightmares, and then we got to Rem Lazar.
Yeah.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
You walked through a park and got lost.
I feel dirty saying Rem Lazar. Like there's something kind of like, it's like the word kumquat, where it sounds dirty, but it's not. Yeah. Like Rem Lazar. Like I feel like I'm saying something where it's like someone's going to point out what that really means.
We attempted to break down the name Rem Lazar. At first, we thought it might be an anagram. It was an unanagrammable. Oh. Then we thought REM,
memory,
rapid eye movement.
Oh, thank you.
When you're in deep sleep, when you achieve REM sleep, is when you're asleep. Yeah. So clearly,
he comes to you in your dreams, like Freddy Krueger.
What is Lazar?
That's laser with the 2 vowels switched. So laser's an acronym.
Yes.
And Rich has it up on his phone right now.
Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.
Also, taser is an acronym.
Yes, taser is an acronym, which comes from
Thomas A. Swift's electric rifle?
Yes, which was a book from 1911 where a fictional character named Thomas A. Swift went on a safari hunt with an electric rifle,
and he was shooting elephants and hippos and shit.
Big game with
his electric rifle.
So whoever invented the taser many decades later,
it wasn't Thomas A. Swift.
No, that was a fake book.
No, it was some guy.
So
what you're saying is the taser was named after this book.
Yes. 60 years later.
And also the word Lazar sounds like bizarre.
Lazar, I think is French for lizard.
Oh.
So that's why all these.
Oh my God, he's a reptilian.
He's a dream lizard.
See, all these things are like creepy and weird, or like lasers.
I didn't think anyone was going to tune in, so that's why I watched some shows that I wanted to watch. How about that? I'm going to take a nap, and I'll probably do some streaming later today. Or tonight.
New materials have been
refined.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I'll see you soon.